can you tell us a little bit about what your experience has been on the program, how long you've been here, and what your accomplishments have been, both health-wise and weight-wise?
Okay. I am Robert, and I came to my first meeting here on November 3rd of last year, and I ate the rice diet for the first time on November 4th, and since then I've lost 77 pounds. The 77 pounds is kind of miraculous to me, because I knew I was overweight when I weighed 180. And 30 years after that, I weighed 255 and had a heart attack. And the doctor came to me when I was settled in my room in the hospital and said, well, Mr. Flynn, you've had a heart attack, the next one will kill you. But the only thing he would ever say to me about weight loss was, why don't I give you a referral to Weight Watchers? And I just didn't think that that was me. And I also didn't think that was such hot medical advice. I like this doctor, but I think that he wasn't geared to talk about diet and weight control. So by the time I came to Dr. Sprung for an entirely different reason, I weighed 275. And I was embarrassed. I was wearing big, blousy shirts, and I was to a certain extent isolating at home, not all the time, but more than I ever would have. And in the first week, I lost 11 pounds. The second week, I lost 9. I said, geez, I think I'm going to keep doing this. So I haven't had any weeks like that since then. It's kind of tapered and tapered and tapered. But right now, I'm at a steady about a pound or a pound and a half a week, and I'm happy with that. I have a personal goal of getting to 160, but when I talk to people who know me well, they tell me that's too skinny. That's what I weighed when I was in the Navy, and I was in my early 20s. If I can lose 30 more pounds, I'll be happy, but 40 is my goal right now, to get down to 160. So today, starting at 275, I weigh 198. I told you I had a heart attack. I have a stent. I was on 2 blood pressure medicines. I was on Lipitor. I was on something I don't even know what it was, lisinopril. Do you know what that does?
That's your blood pressure medicine.
It's also a blood pressure. So I was on 3 blood pressure medicines. We got off that one right away. My cardiologist didn't say anything about that. Then Dr. Sprung said, let's stop another one, and I stopped that one. But my cardiologist said, let's get back on that, because what we're trying to do with that drug is to get your heart back in its original configuration. But my blood pressure was so low that I started taking it just every other day. I was on Lipitor, and I'm taking that every other day rather than go to the trouble of cutting them up. I figure it doesn't get out of my system that fast. And I didn't know until I was getting my labs done by Dr. Sprung that I was right on the border, maybe a little bit above the border of being diabetic. And based on what Dr. Sprung tells me now, that's not a problem at all. So today, I put my pedometer on, and after sunrise, I started walking, and I walked 3.6 miles in an hour and 5 minutes. So I'm doing well, and I think I was a failure in an awful lot of things in my life. So if I could do this, I think there's hope for everybody in the room tonight.